I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 76. And today we're going to talk about diligence. The Bible actually talks quite extensively about diligence. Matter of fact, Proverbs 10:4 says, he becomes poor that deals with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. Right? Proverbs 12:24 says, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. Proverbs 12:27 says, the slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious. So obviously, being diligent is a virtue, right? It's something that will obviously make you successful. But the kind of direction that I want to go in with that when it comes to diligence is just the fact that we live in the information age, right? Where we can get information at our fingertips. I think it was Frederick Douglass that said, if you want to hide something from a man, put it in a book. And it is so true, right? Like, we have information that we have access to everywhere. Like, if you legitimately wanted to learn how to have multiple streams of passive income, you could Google that thing and you could learn quite a bit about passive income, right? And put yourself in a position. Now, obviously, you got to take action. Information alone is not going to do it. You got to take action on it. But the fact is, anything you want to learn, you can learn it. We have YouTube videos. There are tons of podcasts. There are tons of books. People who will tell you how they failed, how they succeeded, what the best options are. But people, I think we have so much information that people don't seek it out. It's just like, I don't know. It gets taken for granted because we have so much of it, you know? And so I can't even imagine living back in the times where you had to really go out of your way to seek information. Like, you had to go to a bookstore or you had to find a book. You didn't even know what book to get unless somebody suggested it to you, right? Now you could just Google top 10 books on this subject and it'll pull it up and you can order it online and have it delivered to your house within the next day or two, right? Or you could probably find a free audio book on YouTube, right? So my point is, or someone probably has a podcast on that very subject. So my point is, the information there, but why isn't it that more people are not taking advantage of all this information that we have? And it's just because I believe that people are just not diligent, right? And so be diligent, right? Like, seek out the information that you need to help you create the lifestyle that you want to have, right? Seek it out. Like, obviously do the work, but seek out whatever it is that you need to get in order to become who you need to be and to be able to do the things that you need to do, right? Like, we have so much information at our fingertips. Someone said that if you read 10 books, 5 to 10 books on one subject, you can become an expert, simply because the average person doesn't read any books on any subjects for the most part after college, right? So it doesn't take much to separate yourself from the masses. And I say just go OD on the books and don't just read 5 or 10. Read every one that you can get your hand on. What if you read 50 of those? What if you read 50 books on IT and that was your thing? What if you read 50 books on public speaking or motivational speaking? What if you read 50 books on social media marketing? Whatever it is that you're trying to master, what if you just really sought that information out and just went all the way in on it and just sold out to it? And that's what we're talking about here today, is just being diligent, just doing the work that's necessary. I see so many people try to find ways to cut corners to avoid the work. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to being efficient, but I am opposed to trying to cut corners, right? Because if we do the work, we get the results, but we got to do the work. So that's kind of my message today, is to be diligent. The Bible talks extensively on several scriptures about where you can end up if you are diligent. And if you're not, it tells you where you end up as well. And it's not so good. So I just want you guys to really take advantage of all the opportunities available. I'm doing the same thing. Even when I get done with this podcast, guess what? I got some information to study that I want to get better at, right? And so I hope you guys will do the same. It's easy to turn on a Netflix movie. It's easy to, just hang out. It's easy to just go to sleep, right? But, you know, easy to do, easy not to do. Why not take the road less traveled and become better, right? Become bigger than our problems. I saw somebody say this today. I thought it was so powerful. Um, he said, find problems and turn a business out of it. Make a business out of it, right? And I just thought that was powerful. I'm probably saying it wrong, but that was the gist of it: is find problems and then make it into a business. Make a business out of it. Be a problem solver, right? But in order to do that, you can seek the information out from other people who've already kind of been in that space, and they can kind of help guide you and how you can be a master in that industry. There's this book called Outlier that talks about 10,000 hours, and the subject makes you an expert as well. Um, and I'm gonna just say this: yeah, 10,000 hours is great, but you can become an expert way before 10,000 hours just by reading a few books on the subject. Because, like I said, most people, they just haven't done much of any reading, any studying, right? Even with all the information that we have at our fingertips, we sometimes just take it so for granted. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of, be decisive. Be One of the things that's said in the studying that I was doing with the commentaries and Bible stuff that I was reading, it said sharp pointed. And the thing is, if you're sharp pointed, you can hit a target much, much easier. So if you're diligent, you can hit the target much easier because you have a sharp point. You're decisive, meaning it's the death of all other things other than what you decided that you're going to do, right? And so let's go out there, let's go do it. Let's get the research, let's study, let's also do the work, and we can become and we can live the life that we are truly destined to live and be purposeful, right? We can be purposeful with what we do in life because we can live life on our own terms. And these days, you got to. Can you imagine a day where milk is $10, right? That the Bible even says that that day is coming, right? Where things are just out of this world, right? Where eggs are the normal thing that we take for granted will be through the roof expensive. It's called inflation. And so we have to prepare for those days. And the best way to prepare, in my opinion, is ownership. It's living a life where you're earning profits and not wages. Profits are better than wages. See, wages tell you how much you get per hour, but profits, you can make more in a day than you make all week with wages. Does that make sense? So we'll talk about that on another episode, but hope you guys got some value. Can't wait to see you on episode number 77. I appreciate all your support. Tag us on the post on Instagram, and we look forward to celebrating you and giving you a shout out. God bless you all. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.